Okay, so before we get into the tips of foreclosure, of buying a foreclosure home, there's a few things that you need to know. A short sale is not a foreclosure, and a foreclosure is not a short sale. A short sale is basically when the homeowner goes to their bank or their mortgage company and just asks, will you accept less than what is owed on my mortgage so I can get the heck out of Dodge? A foreclosure is different. They're just selling the house, cutting their losses, and that's it. Okay, and foreclosures often happen for a variety of reasons. The main reason that they happen is some traumatic financial situation happened, right? They lost their job. They have a significant healthcare cost associated with them now. The other thing that often happens as well is that they just have an overwhelming amount of repairs at the same time. So like their roof gives out, they need new gutters, their piping blows, their electricity blows, and they just kind of just let it go until their 90 days pass, right? And speaking of 90 days, foreclosures happen when a lien owner, which just means money, so a homeowner, is behind on their payments by 90 days or more. The bank usually then wants to settle it some way, and that's how they do it, through foreclosure. Now, some of the tips that we're going to get into, right? So tip number 1 that I would strongly recommend, and I do have some notes here just to make everything flow a little bit better, is when you're going out for a foreclosure, know mentally that these homes are often beat to hell. They are completely beat up normally. They're usually not going to be move-in ready. You know, they're not going to be these homes that are like brand new, modelly built and everything, that everything's perfect, right? These things usually need some love and care to them. So knowing that, the first actual step that you need to go take is you need to get pre-approved, just like buying a house normally. Get pre-approved to be able to purchase the foreclosed home under a certain mortgage budget, which we'll get into budgeting later, but make sure that you get pre-approved first. The reason for this is because foreclosed homes are often very, very inexpensive compared to the market value of the area. They are very sought after commodities, right? So, and you're gonna have a lot of competition. You're gonna have other people trying to get in and get a bargain. The biggest and stiffest competition is going to be investors who have cold hard cash, which we will get into later. And if you're not pre-approved, also people that are wanting to close their home and foreclose it, they don't have patience to wait around for the best deal. They just want to get out now so they can move on with their life and start settling their debts. And so the person with the first offer that's good enough, you will usually snag it up. And that's why it's so important to be pre-approved, right? Step number 2, go out and find yourself a buyer real estate agent, particularly one that is specialized in short sales and foreclosures. This person normally works with investors, but if you're wanting to move in for yourself as a place to live, still go after and seek after these agents. Full disclosure, I am a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services here in Bangor, Maine. I can help anyone throughout the whole nation by referring you to a top agent in your area, especially one that is specialized. So if you're interested in that, you can email me at hello@jk.com. Anyway, enough plugging for myself. Find yourself a real estate agent. It's really important that you go ahead and you do this because primarily home buying is really complicated, and actually foreclosures can be a little bit more complicated and more stressful because the homes are again beat to hell. You have a lot of stiff like competition, investors, etc. So get a real estate agent to be able to navigate the waters with you very easily, or make your life a lot easier, and just to be able to consult you and everything through this process. Number 3 is know that a foreclosed home is sold as is. There's none of this negotiation of, well, can I have some money to go fix the windows? Or can you knock a little bit off the house and we'll buy it. You don't even have to fix this, like, I don't know, a toilet, right? Something. That doesn't happen with foreclosed homes. You're buying the house as is. If it's ready to be tore down, you just bought really a lot of land. That's really what you did. You just bought a plot of land. So make sure that you know that foreclosed homes are sold as is. And that brings me to a couple of things to look out for, right? So first off, right, check the landscaping. And it really depends on your area. If you're in like the Phoenix area, it might be a lot more difficult to judge this than the rest of the country, for example. But if the grass and just the landscaping is just let go, and like you have like grass that's like 2 feet high and all this stuff, that's a bad sign normally. That means that the people who live in the home, or who did live in the home, they haven't been there in months, or they don't care anymore. So that's one thing, right? Two is you want to make sure that it's winterized, especially the harsher your winters are, the more important this is. And I know that you know that, but make sure that that it was winterized. You don't want to go in there, turn on some plumbing, and immediately you have yet another problem, because you're going to have problems when you move into a foreclosed home. Normally you will. And you don't want like pipes busting and various things just not going well for you, right? So make sure you do that. And then number 3, or whatever number I'm not even going to count the numbers anymore. Check out the neighborhood. So you want to check out the neighborhood, not only for, how nice it is and schools and kids and safety and such, but you also want to check out, and your real estate agent should do this for you. They can do this for you. You can also do like a bootleg version, which is through Zillow on your own. Just letting you know, Zillow and MLS are not they don't play nicely together with the integration, so the numbers can sometimes be off. But make sure that you check the home values in the area that are all comparables to your home, right? We understand that you're buying a foreclosed home. The roof may need to be redone. You can calculate that in, and just know that you're not getting ripped off. If the house was like move-in ready and the repairs were good and everything, you would know that you're not getting ripped off. So just make sure that you go ahead and you check the neighborhood out if it's a place you want to live, and then also check out, are you getting ripped off or not? Because you can get ripped off often with foreclosed homes. I may have already went over this. I've kind of forgot what I talked about already. But make sure that you budget for more than just your mortgage. Again, you're going to have repairs. Factor that in. You have to factor in all these new repairs. And I will get into this next, but the home inspector will be able to help you with this a little bit. But if you're gearing up to purchase a foreclosed home right now as a buyer, not as an investor, but as someone who wants to live there, you have to calculate not only, let's just say $200,000 mortgage, you also have to calculate a potential $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 worth of repairs in order to make this house not only what you want to live in, but possibly even up to code, right? So again, these homes are often just let go. People will destroy their own house when they know it's going to be foreclosed on. So make sure that you really budget correctly. It's really easy to screw up by not budgeting correctly. Going into the next one, make sure that you have a home inspector. They come with every home, So make sure that you have a home inspector go with you to the foreclosed home, look around, have them tell you where the big problem areas are, not the cosmetic, but like, piping, electricity, roof, foundation, etc. What is shot and what's not. This will definitely be able to help you budget for how much you'll actually need. And if you're not actually sure what you should budget for, just find a couple of homes. Don't look at them too much and don't get too excited about them, because it might break your heart. But go out with a home inspector or with a contractor and just to get an idea and walk the homes. Walk the homes, see, how much things cost and how much you can actually budget for right now. And for the very last thing I would say is buy in a HUD, an HUD home, right? A HUD home is a property that was foreclosed on a homeowner that the government, where the government backed a mortgage. The reason why this is really important, sorry, I'm reading here because I'm not totally familiar with this part, but oh yeah, you want to be able to buy this home because then it makes the lien process and going through liens and like I said earlier, you might need to pay 2 loans. That will go away if you bought a HUD. It will most likely go away if you bought a HUD home instead of just another home where the government did not back the loan. So that's what's really important there, right? So other than that, let's see here if I missed anything in my show notes. While this is loading, and it's taking 10 years to load. Is there anything else? Yes, there's one more thing. Foreclosed homes are often purchased in 2 ways. One, like a traditional home, but again, those are normally cash up front or a very strong pre-approval letter, and then you're good to go. Or number 2, and it's becoming more and more popular this way, is by auction. Unless you have a bag of cash, enough cash to be able to cover the entire price of the home out of the gate, I would steer clear of this option. Auctions are hyper competitive. A lot of investors are involved with them. Institutional investors are involved with them. That means like your hedge funds and other entities with tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars behind these entities. So I would steer clear from the auction unless you do have a lot of cash up front, just ready to go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash the like button below and subscribe for more videos. It would really help me out as I'm a new YouTube channel, and I'm really trying to get this channel off the ground and everything. I will be vlogging here pretty soon, daily my life. Some days will be more exciting than others, obviously, and I'm just trying to get that scheduled out and trying to get in a good groove of that. So look out for those videos. If you have any questions at all about real estate, anything, feel free to email me at hello@jakegayton.com. You can find me on social media. Just look up Jake Gayton. My name's not that common at all. Or you can just go to my website at jakegayton.com. All right, and until next time, bye-bye.